So welcome back to Customer Service Week 2023. We are doing Teams 2023 as our focus for Customer Service Week. I'm Christine Churchill, and I am back with Charlotte Purvis, and she is joining us to talk about expressing empathy and how important that is in your role as a customer service provider. Charlotte, tell me, what is empathy and why is it so important?
First of all, empathy is often confused with sympathy. So let's talk about that right away. So empathy, Christine, says, I feel with you. I'm looking at it from your point of view. It's as though I'm experiencing this situation with you.
Mm-hmm.
Sympathy says, I feel for you.
Yeah,
I've
like
been
you
through
feel
it
sorry
myself.
for them,
Yeah,
or
that's right. But it's like I'm on one side, you're on the other. It's appropriate, except in customer service, we highly recommend empathy over sympathy.
oh,
We
that's good.
also,
One side or the other. I mean, in my mind, I immediately pictured like a fence between people or separation, where with empathy, I'm feeling people like holding hands and walking through it
yes,
together.
absolutely, absolutely. And let's also make a distinction though. Empathy is also not pity. Pity says, I feel sorry for you. You poor thing. I heard somebody say that once, you poor
Oh,
thing. Yes. Because then that makes people feel less than,
oh yeah.
especially people who are going through a major life crisis. That often doesn't work. So empathy says, I'm right here with you.
Mhm.
Let's walk through this together. I will look at this from your point of view.
Mhm.
And it's important in customer service because in order for us to provide that great service we want to provide, it's important for us to look at the world from their point of view. And
And
empathy gives us the channel to do that.
and that's such a good distinction. I mean, you explain those both really well and why it's important to express empathy and not sympathy. So, for those who maybe aren't used to expressing empathy, what are some expressions that would just be some go-to expressions that they could try and practice with or start to use?
Yes. So let me start, Christine, quickly by saying that you notice so far I haven't said anything about how people should feel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because that's another thing we get confused. We say we want people to feel a certain way about other people. Well, no, my focus when I'm coaching and training is on the expression of empathy. It
Mm,
is sort of out of bounds for us to tell people how they should feel about other people. I want to put that out.
yeah, no,
So
that's an excellent point.
so if we're expressing empathy, we could say something like, I regret that you had that experience. It's understandable how the way you feel,
Mm-hmm.
and thank you for your patience with us. I can really appreciate how you feel about that experience. Thank you for letting me know about it. Is there anything else you wish to share? Now, I can say all of that, Christy, in a customer
Mm-hmm.
service environment, but you can't measure how I feel. You
Right. And you
can,
don't want to tell someone how they should feel, like, ooh, you should be mad about that. Or I don't know why that would make you so upset. Or, oh, we'll make you feel better about that, because it's not our job. And we're not the ones that should be telling them we feel, or they should be feeling. It's out of our scope of practice as a customer service provider.
absolutely. And it's also out of our scope of practice for you and me to be colleagues,
Mm-hmm.
me to tell you, I really think you should have more feelings about these patients when they call. No, oh, because I can't measure that. I
Right.
can't, I can't measure it. I can't evaluate it. I can, however, give you feedback about an opportunity you had to express empathy and you didn't. Now that's something I can, but I cannot tell you how to feel about the patients, customers, the students.
Absolutely.
Yes, yes.
Excellent points. Well, thank you so much for taking us through a little bit about empathy. And so that was really great. Those of you joining us, love to have you join us in the conversation. So What recent experience have you had where empathy was either provided to you or you've expressed empathy? And tell us a little bit about that situation and how it went for you. How did you feel? How did your customer feel? We'd love to hear more about that. So join us for our next conversation. We are going to be talking about the A in teams, and our A is going to be for adjust attitudes. We'll see you then.